So in my last video, we talked about selective perfectionism and how we're not perfectionists about every little thing in our lives, only certain things, and how it can be important to discern which things we're perfectionists about and which we're not to help us in our healing journey. So check that video out, I'll link it. This video also relates to not being a perfectionist in everything, but the things that I am a perfectionist in, I never consider not doing something related to that thing. So if I'm a perfectionist in school, for example, it never occurs to me to skip a reading or to not do something related to the class. Instead, that thing, whatever it is, looms over me until it's done, even if it's so irrelevant and unimportant to the class. It's busy work. It's not actually going to contribute to things like learning and doing well, or even things that I really want out of the class, like getting an A. Doing that thing is not going to, but I can't let that thing go. This is where the art of doing as little as possible, or what if you just didn't, comes in. So this is a technique that I thought about after a session with Dude Therapist. And what if you just ... didn't is a really interesting thought process and thought exercise to do, because it makes you think, oh, wait a second. Actually, if I didn't do this thing, nothing is going to happen. Almost at all times, nothing is going to happen if you don't do the thing. So if you don't go through every single email and reply to every single email and sort every email and read every email newsletter before deleting them, like nothing is going to happen. Same with if you don't reply to people, nothing, even in a work setting, likely nothing will happen. If it is really important, they will follow back up with you. I would not recommend doing this technique all the time, but still, I just want to encourage you to consider if your relative sends you a card and they're a very, very distant relative who honestly you don't have a relationship with, but they're just kind of old-fashioned. Like, it sounds kind of mean, but you don't have to send something back. You just didn't. You could just put the thing away, be grateful that it came, and be done with it. So that's what I'm trying to practice doing is what if I just didn't? To let some of those things go that are just weighing on my brain. And then with this method, you can maintain like the following values at work: do good work and do the right work. So over time with this idea, I've subscribed more fully with little to no actual consequences coming from this exercise. And so in that way, I have a calmer mind and a more just like self-accepting lifestyle. And I'm grateful for that. I hope this helped.